In this list we're looking at affixes. So affixes could include prefixes, which come at the start of a word, and the only one we've really got in this list is re, on respectful. Our main emphasis in this list is on suffixes, which come at the end of words. So prefixes generally change the meaning of a word, whereas suffixes quite often can add to the meaning of a word, but really can change the form of the verb, of the word, the structure of it. So you can see that I've notated these changes here. So if we look at the suffixes, suffix less, it can mean devoid of, so you're changing a noun into an adjective or an adverb. It can also mean not having or free from, which changes a verb to an adjective or an adverb. And if it's changing the meaning to not carrying out the action of the verb, then you've got that happening too. Now, ness can change it to a state or condition, so you're changing an adjective to a noun, whereas when you add meant, it's a result of an action and it's forming a noun. Now, when you add the prefix full, it can change a word from an adjective to a noun. It could change it from an adjective, forming an adjective from an adjective, and it could also be forming an adjective from a verb, and it could be forming a noun. So full added to a word has lots of, can cause lots of changes in the structure of a word too, and it can have lots of different meanings too. It could mean full of or having the qualities of. It could mean with little change of sense, like grateful. It could mean able to or accustomed to, and it could also mean the amount needed to fill a container. So these affixes can cause changes in the meaning and the structure of many base words or root words. So let's look at the meanings of these words. We've got worthless, having no value or use. Regardless means notwithstanding. Doubtful means it's an adjective and it means a feeling of uncertainty. Respectful is an adjective too, and it's showing respect to others. Quietness is the absence of noise or being calm. Loneliness is sadness resulting from having no friends or company, and it can also mean being in isolation. Gentleness is being kind or a soft touch, and it can also be a quality attributed to noble birth. Equipment means gear. Government is a group of people with the authority to rule a country, state, or a ministerial office. And astonishment means amazement. After you've done your cover, write and check, go down and you have to use the list words to fill in the gaps in these sentences. Down here you're looking for the words that mean the opposite or the antonyms to the given words, and then we want you to find the list word that means the same as these three given words. Down the bottom you have to use the list words in a sentence, so we've given you 2 words for each sentence, so think carefully about how you can use given 2 words in one sentence. Do your cover, write and check at the top, and then we're looking at this next section, changing the form of a word into another form. So write the base word, then complete the sentence below. So we just want the base words here. Then it says the suffix less can turn nouns into, and you have to work out what's happened there. The suffix full can turn nouns into, what's happened there. The suffix ness can turn adjectives into, so have a look at what you've done and what the new word structure is. The suffix meant can turn verbs into whatever. So when you take away the meant, what is the structure of the word that's left? Now down here we want you to make the new words and use them in a sentence. Now if you've worked this out, then that will help you work out what the form is here of each of these words, and then use it in its correct structure within the sentence that you give. Fill in the gap with the list word or its base. So it could be the list word or it could be the list word without the suffix on it. Now, we're using our knowledge of affixes, prefixes and suffixes to make lots of words on this page. So it says create as many word extensions as possible using the base word and refer to the table above for common affixes. So we've given you a group of prefixes and a group of suffixes. I suggest you go through each word and work out which prefixes you could add to that. So I know with act, I could add re to it, so I could have react. Okay. Once you've gone through and put any of the prefixes that you can find to go with that word, then go through and put any of the suffixes you could find with it. So I could have perhaps actor, I could have acting, I could have acted. Let me see another one. I could have perhaps action. And then the next step I would do is go through and see if you can create any more words using a prefix, the word and a suffix. So you could have therefore reaction, reacted. So see how many words you can make for each of these words. You could have a little competition within your group as to who can make the most words by adding affixes to the base words in each of these, and who could make the most words in the whole page. You could add them all up as a total. Anyway, have some fun with that, but it's a great activity for extending your use of a simple base word.